subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. Hail we do not need. Hail we do not. Hail to all. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse or sniffer. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail to the menace. Hail to all. Well, have you heard the news? James Bond's being talked about quite a bit. 007. Well, I ran across the article from October 6, 2018, and we're going to talk about irony. Things that are ironic. And remember, expressing opinions, that's what we're doing here. Expressing our opinions, we're criticizing under fair use. Just so you know. You know, remember the First Amendment free speech stuff. Fair use law. Keep that in mind. Hail to the Fandom Menace. Well, an article by BBC News. Entertainment and Arts. James Bond probably will never be a woman, says producer. That's the title. Yep. Barbara Broccoli, seen there with actor Daniel Craig, has co-sponsored 8 Bond films. He's retired, and he went and got a vasectomy and got his you-know-what's removed. Yeah. James Bond will probably never be played by a female actress. The film series executive producer has said. Barbara Broccoli, who is in charge of casting 007, told The Guardian Bond is male. He's a male character. He was written as a male, and I think he'll probably stay as a male. And that's fine. We don't have to turn male characters into women. That's a quote, folks. That's a quote. Keep that in mind. Current Bond star Daniel Craig has suggested the next film due out in 2020 will be his last, and as 007. Idris Elba has been one of the actors rumored to take on the role after posting a cryptic tweet earlier this year. Who is in the running to play 007? While others have wondered whether a woman could be cast in the role, last year Prime Minister Theresa May reportedly said, "One day there should be a female James Bond." Meanwhile, actress Gillian Anderson and Vicky McClure have both joked they could be in the running as the next Bond incarnation. Anderson suggested she might rename the character Jane Bond, while McClure said it was genius to think of Nottingham girl playing Bond. Yeah. However, Miss Broccoli, 58, said instead of lobbying for a female James Bond, filmmakers should create more female characters and make their story fit those female characters. She said the Bond characters had transformed with the times. I've tried to do my part, and I think particularly with Daniel Craig films, they've become much more current in terms of the way women are viewed. However, she said because the film was written in the 1950s, there are certain things in the secret agent's DNA that that's supposed to may never change. That's a mistake. That's supposed to be may never change. Miss Broccoli, whose father, Albert Cubby Broccoli, produced many of the Bond films, has previously shown support and mentored women working in the film industry. You know what? I'm pretty sure When Mr. Albert Broccoli produced and wrote Bond movies, I'm pretty sure he never foreseen there being a female James Bond. Because what is she going to be? Jamie Bond? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure when he wrote that character, he never intended that. Maybe. But that's just my opinion, folks. Robert Broccoli calls for women in film to stick together. You know the old saying, when you go woke, you go broke? There's a reason why that saying's out there. Film franchises are going broke over going woke. Just true. You just go look at the money. You know. Miss Broccoli, she said she would, of course, like to see a female director or screenwriter on the next Bond film. Filming for the next Bond film will begin at Pinewood Studios on 4 March, and the film will be released on February 14th, 2020. UK film industry needs more diversity. Carrie Fugununga. I just stumbled on that word. To direct next James Bond movie. Here's the thing. I don't care if it's a female or a male. The question is, whoever the person is, do they got the chops? Do they have the qualifications? Can they make a kick-ass movie? In this case, a spy movie. If they can make a kick-ass movie that doesn't pander to gender politics or any kind of politics and just makes a kick-ass movie. That's all you need to do. That's all the qualifications should be. Shouldn't matter whether it's a female or a male. As long as they write a good story. As long as they write the character arcs that connect and flow from one to the other. That's what we want. The hell with all the other crap. Leave it all out because it's filler. That's all it is. Unneeded filler. Back to the article. Last month, Carrie Joji Fukunaga was named, oh man, messed that name up, as the director of the next Bond film, replacing British filmmaker Danny Boyle, who dropped out because of creative differences. Gee, I wonder what they were about. Originality, original character, changing a character from male to female and making it go woke instead of writing a good story. Good stories, when they're written, speak for themselves. Plain and simple. Yeah, plain and simple. It doesn't have to pander because it's a good story. Creative differences. The most recent Bond film, Spectre, came out in 2015. I really didn't care for it. It was okay. Jodie Whittaker will become the first ever female doctor. See that? Yeah. That wasn't so great. Not so great. Me and my wife tried and we didn't like her version of the Doctor. I was all for it. First episode, I kind of liked it. I could see it. But it just went downhill from there. Previously, actress Rachel Weisz, I'm not sure you pronounce the name that way, but okay, who is also Craig's wife, said she was not in favor of a female actress playing Bond. I wonder if she separated from them in creative differences. Because women should get their own stories. Hey, you know what? Man, we're going to have to check out this woman's movies. I bet you she plays in good movies, being that she's got that attitude. Oh, who knows? Maybe they're blacklisting her because she gave her opinion. So, Rachel Weisz. I think that's how you pronounce that. Huh. Maybe the movie will be worth watching because she's in it. Because women should get their own stories. Yeah. And former Bond girl Halle Berry has also said the role should not be turned female. Man, Halle Berry just went up a notch in my opinion. Wow, that's cool. Adding a new Bond character should be created especially for a woman. The interview comes as the BBC prepares to air the new series of Doctor Who featuring the first ever female Doctor. Huddersfield-born actress Jodie Whittaker was named the 13th Doctor and will make television history when she makes her debut on Sunday. I didn't care for it. We gave it a chance. And, you know, once again, the pandering, the virtue signaling, gender politics. You want to go see read a good book story on a woman who could write really good stories. Mercedes Lackey. I don't remember the name of the series, but it was a series in the middle late 80s, book series. She wrote a male gay character, and it wasn't the basis of the story, and the books were awesome. I didn't care that the character was gay. It was an awesome story. That's why I read it. It kept me going, kept me reading it. And they didn't push the gender political aspect of that book. She didn't do that. So Mercedes Lackey knows how to write a good story. Some of these script writers could probably learn a thing or two from her. But me and my wife, we didn't like the Doctor Who. And we're not crazy about there being a female Bond when Mr. Broccoli wrote it for a man originally. And I agree with Halle Berry. They should write a unique person connected to James Bond that's her own person. You know, that's what they should do. Hail to the Fandom Menace. So, to sum up, looks like James Bond is going to be a woman after all. Movie Web story here tells it all. Yep. That title right there tells you everything. You know, like I said, create a character that has its own story, but is related to the storyline in James Bond, the same universe. You know, Jane Bond, 006. Give her own story. There's nothing wrong with that. But to just supplant a traditional character that's been known like that, it's pandering and it's virtue signaling as far as I'm concerned, and I won't be going to see it. I don't like being reminded of politics when I go to a movie. If you've noticed on my channel, there's no politics. I don't do politics. I just don't like it in my movies, and that's why I talk about it. I don't like to see that in my movies when I go to a movie theater, because if I want to get some politics, I'll just watch any particular news station and it's there. That's where I get that from, and that's where I leave it. And I watch maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes of news every other day, or sometimes not at all. Hail to the Fandom Menace. Hail to all, where we do not kneel. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke.
Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fund. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Say hello.
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 Say hello.
Hello.
Say nerd fun.
Fun.
Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hail to the Fandom Menace.